Can you see my screen, Hima?
Yes.
Okay. So, Hima, in this session, we will talk about the human resource service delivery. Okay, HR service delivery, and
Okay.
we will cover these topic. Okay, this is the
Mm.
overall agenda of the course. Okay, some additional things also cover, but this is an overview. We will cover the HR
Mm.
case management. Okay, HR profile, and we will also cover some standard integrations, famous integrations like under the HR integration.
Saket, 1 minute. You have started recording?
Yes, yes, I have started the recording and I will share you. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Uh, so under the HR integration, we will learn about the standard integration and the famous integration like HR and success factor, HR and workday integration, and there are a lot of HR applications are available, but we will learn only for the specific which generally commonly used by the organizations. Okay. Then we
Okay.
will cover the HR dashboard and reporting, how we are creating the dashboard for dedicated according to the region wise or the country wise, and how the reporting is useful for the HR. At the
Mm.
all we also cover the life cycle event. This required the separate plugin installation. In the life cycle event, we will cover the onboarding scenario, offboarding scenario, and the smart scenarios which we are automating in HR. Okay. Then
Okay.
HR group and roles. I am expecting that you are already aware about the ServiceNow group structure. Okay, and
Okay.
from the role side, I will share you. I will discuss with you the roles. What are the main and major roles of the HR? Okay, I will also talk about the HR skills, how it is how we are utilizing the HR skills in HR platform. Then we will also talk about the COE structure of the HR case tables, HR criteria, and HR services. Okay, and how can we configure the HR services, HR portal we will talk about, and HR knowledge management.
Mm.
Okay, so these are the main things.
Mm.
Along with that, we have a HR administration as well, some other points as well which I didn't mention here, but we also try to learn about on those perspective as well. But these are the main things. If I split into the 4 5 segments, then first we will learn about the HR case management. Okay, second is the HR profile, third is the HR integration, and fourth is the HR lifecycle event. Okay, so these are the
Okay.
four things which we will try to cover in the entire course. Okay, and all sub.
Okay. Before starting, I have one doubt.
Mhm.
How ServiceNow came up with the HRSD actually?
How ServiceNow came up with the HRSD? Like
I
uh,
actually
hmm.
Actually, in incident management is there. Incident and problem management is there. For incident management means only one person is facing some issue, we can call it as an incident. But
Hmm.
so many persons facing the same issue, we can call it as problem, right? So
Hmm.
like that, how the service no came up like HRSD as an HRSD to it will be useful for the employees for HR management. How it came up? It has an any incident before ServiceNow faced, or else they have implemented directly.
No, no, they implemented directly. Actually, ServiceNow HR it came around I think 5 6 year ago, but that was not in the huge
Okay.
demand at that time. Actually, most of the
Okay.
times interviewer will ask you what is ServiceNow, and most of the people are saying ServiceNow is a ticketing tool, which is only limited to the
Tool.
ITIL. Most of them,
Ideal.
more than 60
Mm.
70% people are answering this. But no, ServiceNow
Yes.
it's not limited to only ITIL. Okay, it is not limited to ITSM.
Mm.
ServiceNow has a broad capability. Even ServiceNow
Mm.
is dealing with the HR. ServiceNow is dealing with the ITBM application. ServiceNow is dealing with ITOM, ITOM application. ServiceNow dealing with
Mm.
the asset management, which is called the ITAM application. ServiceNow is also
Mm.
providing the support for the GRC, governance, risk, and compliances. ServiceNow is also dealing
Mm.
with the FSM, which is called a field service management. ServiceNow also dealing with the CSM, which is called a customer service management, And at the meantime, ServiceNow is also dealing with the PSM, which is called a procurement service management. Each perspective, okay, each business, ServiceNow is working on that part. Even they have a dedicated module. Like in if we are reading about the HR, then we are just focusing the one department, HR. The agenda of this HR case management, we are trying to automate the HR work, HR related work. Okay, but if we are working
Okay.
on the item, right, then we will we ServiceNow is providing the facility to automate the operational things. If we are working on the
Okay.
ITBM, if we are working with the ITBM, that means we are automating the project management task. Okay, if we are working on the ITAM, asset management, then we are dealing with the hardware related automations. So every
Okay.
module has their own capabilities, every module has their own automation related to the particular perspective or related to the particular business need. Okay,
Okay.
if
Mm.
I am talking about the HR, Hima, HR is actually from last few years, like 4 5 years, this is in huge demand. I think in
Okay.
2016 or 17 it is in a huge demand. Before that, people, most of the organizations are not using. Okay, most of the organization
Oh.
are only using the ITSM, which is like you given an example, incident, problem, and change, which is the
Oh.
basic ticketing tool. And we have a and if I am talking about the ServiceNow side, then there are two reasons to implement and research in other areas. If you will go to the market for incident, change, and problem, to handle such solution, we have a thousand of tools are available. It is not only ServiceNow, we have a remedy, we have other tools who are providing the support in incident, change, and problem. But if we are talking of one platform which providing the all capabilities, then ServiceNow is came on the top position. That's why in today's market, ServiceNow in the top position. And if you will check,
Yes.
if you will
Yes,
check,
okay.
yeah, if you will check through the capabilities as well, then it will also has a, there is a one also functionality came here, which is called the domain separation. We can also separate a one particular module to the second module, so this is also good in the single platform. I don't think any other platform
Yes.
is providing such capability. So that's why ServiceNow
Yes.
is in demand. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
so
Now I have one more doubt.
yeah.
If now we learn HRSD,
Mhm.
there is a boom in the market now.
Yes, and the very boom in the market. HR is actually, I am what I am saying from after the COVID, HR is the one of the most demanding module in the market, and the most
Okay.
expensive module. Expensive module, if I am saying expensive, means in term of the money, in term of the
Okay.
employee compensation, this is a very expensive module. If you will go to the
No.
market, and if you are looking for any ServiceNow developer who has an experience in HR, that developer will not be ready to come with you before below 20 or 24 lakh package. This is the minimum standard. Even if the person is
Okay.
expert, if the person is expert, then obviously as per his experience he got a compensation. But this is the minimum standard. And this, if you will learn, it is not actually so much work in the HR. Job is also be
Mm.
a relaxed type. But if you are working in the ITSM, then in an entire day you are very busy, you are receiving a lot of tickets and lot of things. But the if
That's
you,
the reason I worked in GE. We don't have time to sleep also.
I told you,
Used
na.
to.
Yes,
Mm.
actually, GE implemented the HR for their system in 2006. Yeah, 2016. Even let me show you. I have GE documentation. I have incidents had obviously
Mm.
lot of pressure and a lot of work, but not in HR. Like if I am giving you an
Mm.
example, you are going to join any organization as a HR, okay, HR developer or HR manager, HR lead, okay. So if the project is the is implementation stage, then you need to work little hard for that, because there are a lot of scenarios, lot of testing are going on, but the project is in stable stage. Then in
Mm.
believe me, in an entire week you will get hardly 4 5 incident, or at maximum 7 8 incident in the entire week. whom you need to
Okay.
support, or if it is a developer, then they are giving you a one or two scenario, because in HR we have a limited scenarios. Like the major scenario in HR, like onboarding, offboarding, experience letter, promotion, bonus, okay, profile management, document management. These are the main things in HR. So
Okay.
which we are
Uh,
dealing.
Actually, I have total of 5 years experience in IT industry, so
Mm-hmm.
that minimum of 3 years we need to keep in HR side, right?
Not actually minimum. If you have a 5 year, I will also guide you for that part, how to crack the interview. Honestly, those recruiter are putting the profile in a Naukri or any portal. They also know. Even
Hmm.
the organization also know that we do not have any person who has a 10-year experience in HR or 8-year experience in HR, because they also know this came in the market from last 2 3 years as huge boom. So they
Okay.
also know, but in the job description they put minimum 3-year experience, 4-year experience is needed. So what I would suggest you, if you have a 5 year of total IT experience as a cognizant, as a GE project or whatever, then you just you need to you, when recruiter is calling you, then you just need to say that I have a 5 year experience, and out of five, since beginning I am working on HR. No one will ask you. You can say
Hmm.
I have a 5 year of experience, because in the experience letter there is no written that you work on which application, right? Only designation is written. So no one will ask
Yes.
you. So you can say, instead of the three, you can say I have a total 5 year of experience, and the same experience in the HR domain. Since beginning I am the part of the HR and the incident management or the ITSM process, so that your profile will
Okay.
shortlisted soon, and you are able to give the interview.
Okay.
Okay.
Actually, what I planned now, 3 years in HR and 2 years in ITSM. I need to keep like that. I planned.
No, I would suggest keep both at the same time. You can say
Okay.
that I have a 5 year of experience in both ITSM and HR, because if
HRSD.
you, yeah,
Okay.
if you put a 5 year experience, then you will get a huge number of call. If you are putting the
Okay.
2 or 3 year, then you'll, there is a less call, there is a less chance to give a call. Like you will give a call, but the comparison as compared to the 5 year, you will get a less call. So I would suggest go to the simultaneously with the 5 to 5, like on the same path.
Okay.
Even
Okay,
if,
Saket, you can.
yes. So uh, as I told you in the HR, first let me open the ping to understand you why we are using the HR application. It will give you the idea. First thing, when we are talking about the HR, then first thing came in a mind why we are using the HR. Okay. The
Hmm.
first thing is why we use the HR service
H.
delivery. First question is this, okay? What is the reason we are
Yes.
using the HR? Because we have a lot of other tools are available, but why we are using the ServiceNow HR service delivery? And then the reason of the HR service delivery, because if you are giving an interview for a functional perspective, then you need to give the functional answer. If you are giving the interview for technical consultant or technical job, then you need to give the technical answer. Okay. As a functional
Okay.
consultant, you need to say we can automate everything, every HR services through this HR service delivery. Like now interviewer will ask which HR services we can automate, then you can simply say we can automate these services. Okay. We can automate like onboarding. Okay. Onboarding means if any person is
Hmm.
joining the organization, okay, for there in the
Okay.
back, in the background there are a lot of things are going on. Suppose that you are joining the cognizant, right? Then in the
Hmm.
background lot of things are going on. First recruiter will post the job in Naukri. Okay. And this is the prior the
Hmm.
onboarding. Okay. Now I'm talking, if I'm talking about the onboarding, then if your profile is shortlisted and they are planning to hire you, then what they need to do, they need to release your offer letter. Okay, they need to check your
Mm.
background verification. Okay, your past experience,
Yes.
your salary slips. Okay, they need to they need to do your police verification. Okay, they need to also check your blood group or something like this, your address. So there are a lot of tasks are coming behind the background. I mean, in background lot of tasks are running, and there is a separate team which are working on that part. Okay, so to auto
Oh.
earlier, if I am talking about the 5 6 month ago, or 5 6 year or 10 years back, there was, this is a totally offline process, or even appointment letter, offer letter, we need to go to the office, and multiple times we need to visit the office, then we'll got a appointment or offer letter, right? This was the process in 2010 or 12 something. Okay, after the and HR also need to write a proper offer letter. Now what is going on in the HR service delivery, in the onboarding, HR doesn't need to do anything, everything is automated. HR automatically offer letter is automatically creating with the basic information put it, PDF already generated, and through the case itself, through the HR case management, PDF generated, offer letter generated, and also signed by the HR manager and the director, and also the employee as well. And
Okay.
do not need to send by the HR, it's automatically system service now will send the offer letter to the particular employee and one copy to the HR. So entire process is very easy. It is a hardly 5 minute task to generate the offer letter, but in past it is.
Actually, Saket, one doubt here.
Hmm,
With employee name, it will get generated, right?
hmm,
Once
hmm.
he is selected, we need to write his name in the database, employee database, like
And
employee table.
no. There is a different table. I will show you how the organization is generally working. Let
Mm.
me. Oh, okay. Let me do one thing. Generally, how the employee is onboarded. See, if the
Mm.
employee is onboarded, okay, if employee is
Mm.
selected and he is planning to onboard it, okay, he is planning to onboard it,
Mm.
then what is happening, his record should be
Mm.
active in IDM. In which place? IDM
Mm.
or Active Directory. The record should be
Mm.
active in Active Directory, AD.
Mm.
Okay,
Mm.
and there is a sync between Active Directory and ServiceNow. Okay, there is a
Okay.
integration between the Active Directory and ServiceNow through the LDAP. I think you already aware about what is LDAP, right?
Yes.
Then if Active Directory to LDAP, then it is coming to the ServiceNow user table. Okay. So
Okay.
when the ServiceNow user table record is exist, but still employee is not joined. Okay, employee is
Ye-
not joined. Employee joining date is future joining date, future date, right? Like 15 days
Uh,
later. But the record is active in
yes.
the ServiceNow. Now what will happen? HR agent, sorry, HR manager or the
Mm.
HR manager will raise a what? HR case. Here
Okay.
HR manager,
Your HR manager will raise the HR case
yes,
to that user.
yeah, HR manager will raise a case for that user. Now will what happen, or the let's say the case number is HRC 0001. Okay, now what is happening, this case will be assigned to this case will be
One group.
assigned to assignment group, one assignment
Yes.
group. Okay, one HR assignment group. It will go to the HR group. Okay, and now HR group on the how the HR group is behaving. HR group on the basis of the reason. If the person is from US, then the ticket should be routed to the according to the US country configuration. If the user is hired in the India region, then the assignment group will be the India region. That is the
Yes.
concept. Okay, if
Yes.
the assignment group, then what will happen, that someone from assignment group took a case. Okay, now who is taking the case, who is working on that case, it's called a HR agent. Okay,
Mm.
the lower level of person like HR executive or like the intern, Normal HR executive who are doing MBA and joining any organization, such type of people, the lower level of people, HR agent in a service desk are assigning that case. Okay. Now what is
Okay.
happening? Now HR agent will start the work. HR,
Okay.
HR agent will start the work. Okay. Now what will happen here? HR agent will start the work. Okay. Start the work on case. Start the work on HR case. Okay. Now, if he is starting the work, at the meantime, what is happening? This HR case is the parent case. Okay, what is happening? This HR case is the parent case. Okay,
Okay.
this HR is the parent case. Okay, this HR is the parent case. Now, this parent also contain the some child or HR task. Okay, now it is
Mm.
containing the HR task. Let's say it is containing the HR task. Okay, it is containing the multiple HR task because this is the onboarding case. Okay, in the onboarding case, HR task. What are the HR tasks? HR task is like if we are hiring
Mm.
any person, then what are the HR tasks? First task, let's say, first task is the background verification. Okay,
Mm.
first task is background verification. Okay, then
Mm.
then second task we
We
have,
need to provide email.
sorry,
We need to provide email to him once he come to the
yes,
organization.
yes, like a communication things, like we can say contact details like email or phone number, anything. Okay, then
Mm.
what other we need, like we need a one police verification because we need to verify the criminal record, so we need to do a police verification. Okay, now it's a police verification. Okay, now
Mm.
the fourth, what is fourth, let's say we need a, what we need, tell me.
Mm. Fourth one.
Fourth, we need a health certificate that employee is physically fit or not.
Ah,
Okay,
yes, health certificate.
okay.
Mm.
So these are the
Mm.
few things which we need to verify before generating the offer letter to the employee. Okay, I mean before joining him. Okay, so these are the HR tasks. Now what is happening, and these all tasks has a different nature. Okay, background verification is a different nature. Contact detail is assigned to IT group. Police verification is the criminal history, so that is a different. So on the basis of the task nature, these tasks are assigned to these tasks are assigned to the
Different
these tasks are assigned to the
HR agents.
yes, these tasks are assigned to the HR agent. Exactly, you understood me correctly. These are assigned to the HR agent and group. Okay, agent and
Mm.
groups, agent groups based
Mm.
on the nature of case, nature of task. Okay,
Task.
yeah. So now what is happening now, until or unless these tasks are not closed, okay, HR tasks are not closed, we cannot close the master case. Master case means the parent case. Okay,
Okay.
once every this when these all tasks are positive means when all are verified successfully, then offer letter UI action, like we are setting such type of functionality, UI action is enabled to generate a offer letter. Okay, then
Okay.
UI, if these tasks are positive, then offer letter should be generated. If these tasks are not closed complete, then the offer letter should not be generated. We can define such things like this. Okay, just for example. Okay, so until or
Okay.
unless we cannot close the task, these HR tasks, we cannot close the master parent case. Okay, now, I hope now you
Okay.
understand how the onboarding processes work. It is the I'm trying to explain in very easiest way, but in actual it's a very complicated and little process. even what is happening, HR task is also containing the some child task as well. Okay, so it is
Yes.
depending upon the organization to organization structure how they are doing. But I have explained this scenario for the GE side, because when I did the implementation for GE, this is process
Mm.
we designed for them. that,
Okay.
that
And
time.
one more, I
Yes,
have
yes.
one doubt here.
Yes.
There is an SLA for this to parent case will be closed within this many days.
I,
Child case will be closed within this in many
yes,
days.
yes, yes, yes. SLA and OLA will be defined for HR task and HR cases as well. So
Mm.
during defining the SLA, what is the advantage that at least HR person has the responsibility to work priority on the task, and HR agents also need to work on the priority and close the task within the duration. Okay, so
Okay.
SLA and OLA also attached to the HR cases.
Okay. Well, by default, the SLA should be in how many days?
Generally, it depends organization to organization, but as an standard for the onboarding case, we are taking the 15 days, because minimum
Okay.
15 days is needed, because in background verification report took around 3 4 days. Contact
Okay.
details, because contact details, email ID, it is depending on the IT department. So IT department also took 1 or 2 days to provide such details.
Yes.
Police verification is also, I mean, there is a legal department who is handling the police verification, and
Mm.
you know the advocates and legal department from organization, they are also taking the time. So minimum, that's why 15 days is needed. But yeah, again, it is up to the organizational structure. It
Mm.
cannot be same. Like if you are working with GE, that is a different thing. If you are working with the another organization, that is a different, maybe a different configuration, but standard procedure will be the same for every organization.
Okay.
There is a one another thing. This is, I just explained this basic structure. Now what is happening for the according to the reason, SLA also have according to the reason, and these tasks are generated according to the reason. See, in the health certificate is needed in India, but if you, in the health certificate there is also has some parameter. Like in India we are doing the basic parameter like heartbeat, okay, and the BP check, okay, like AIDS check, like normal like major injuries. But if such onboarding is created for the US person, right, then under the health certificate there is a one another parameter, that one another separate task is created, which is called a drug test. Because in the US region you cannot be, if your drug test is positive, then you are not eligible for the onboarding. Okay, so it is also depending
Okay.
upon the reason basis. This is, if health certificate is in for the ACI specific, APEC. Now I have given you example for the US basis, like that is called a drug test. Now if I am going to the Saudi Arab or these countries, Middle East countries, then they has another scenario, like they wants to drink, right, doesn't matter male or female, then they need to give write a letter, I mean give an application to their employer for the written permission for drinking. Then employer will issue a certificate. So it's depending upon the reason, it is again depending upon the country, and it's depending upon the local structure of the organization, how they are establishing their configuration for the HR. Okay,
Okay.
I hope this onboarding scenario is clear to you.
Yes, it's clear.
Okay, now second, similar we have a second task, which is, we can say, is a after onboarding we have a like promotion service. Okay, like we have a
Mm.
promotion service,
Mm.
promotion. Okay, so similar like a onboarding, if any person is going to join, then after 1 year we have increment or a promotion plan, right? So we can automate the
Yes.
promotion as well through the HS service delivery. Now third is a like a bonus. Okay, most of the organization at the end or every quarterly providing the bonus to their employee. So that bonus cycle also be managed through the HR. Okay, now fourth is, let's say, the offboarding. Okay, offboarding means the person is planning to leave. Okay, he is leaving the organization. Then similar like onboarding, offboarding is also has a complicated process, and it is also designing for the offboarding. Okay, after the offboarding, we have a, document request. Like document request, any person is left the organization 5 year back, but now he again wants some document or record from your side, then that is a separate. Now coming to the sixth one. Sixth, let's say we have a employee benefits. Okay, employee benefits. Every organization is offering some benefits to their employee, right? So that services also be automated through the HR service delivery. Okay, now employee benefit, let's say we have medical benefits. Okay, medical benefits. Then we can every organization is providing the medical benefits, medical claim also. So that also can be handled or automated through the HR. Now we have a, let's say, eighth, we have a travel benefits. Okay, there are the top people or any organization employees traveling to abroad, or how we are doing, we can also managing through the travel benefits. And same time we have a HR legal benefits. Okay, HR legal as well. This is rarely used, but this is also important for HR legal. Let's say for the HR legal, I am giving you an example. Let's say every organization, I'm talking about the India perspective, every organization has a POSH policy, right? Prevention of the sexual harassment. Okay, it doesn't matter that is for the male or a female, but this policy is applicable to the every organization. Okay, so if in case any organization has a such type of case, like, because this is a very highly confidential matter, right, and we cannot disclose to anyone, so in that case we are managing such type of requests under the HR legal process. Okay, because if someone is alleging that person, like there is a one A manager, okay, that
Hmm.
has a four of, let's say I'm giving one example through the diagram that will help you. Let's say this is a manager name is a ABC. Okay, okay, ABC. Okay, this is a manager, and this manager, ABC manager.
Okay.
Okay, now just a minute. ABC manager. Okay, and that person has a direct three reportees, one, two, and three. Okay, and all three out of three, let's say out of three, two are the female, two are the female. Okay,
One is male.
yeah, one is male and two are the female. Okay,
Hmm.
so now what is happening, somehow the HR manager is asking for some favor, or like anything, like it can be a right or wrong, that is a different thing. Let's say the female is alleging the manager that the manager is harassing her. Okay, so this is a very highly confidential matter for female as well, and the manager reputation as well, and there are both probability that all that can also be true or can be false as well, right? So how to handle such type of matters, or how to handle such type of matters handling under the HR legal. Okay, in ServiceNow we have a dedicated legal service delivery as well, but that is purely for the legal persons. But under the HR legal, we are handling such type of post cases in India perspective. But in outside, we also have a such policies in US. So what will be the next step if F is alleging, female first is alleging to the manager that he is sexually harassing her, then what will be the next step? HR legal case will be created. Okay, HR legal case created. Okay, and
Okay.
this is very highly confidential case. No one can, and this case is not viewable to anyone. Only the authorized person can view this case. Authorized persons means the direct reporting manager of this person, I mean this on the hierarchy, if I am talking about, his manager is able to know the issue. Okay, ABC manager, let's say the ABC manager name is XYZ. Okay, XYZ, this manager is know this, or on the top level from the HR side, means HR manager or HR director person level. Some in general, HR manager is not involved such type of cases, director of HR are involved in such type of cases. Okay, so what will be the next step? They are discussing with both female. Okay. Mm, they are discussing with the female and the male, and the not male means manager. Now what will do, what will be the next step? The next step is that they will set up a committee. They will inquiry committee, they will set up a one inquiry committee. Okay,
Okay.
inquiry committee. Okay, because still we don't know that female is alleging is female allegation is right or wrong. So this committee will decide. I mean, this committee also contain. There is also procedure. This committee contain the 5 people. Okay, this committee is, let's say, containing the 5 people. This committee is containing the 5 people. Okay, and the 5 people means, let's say, A, B, C, and D. Okay. Now, A, who is A? A is the person. A is the person from the HR director. Let's say A is the HR director. Okay. B is the manager. Manager means the director person per level. Okay. Two. One person from the legal department. Senior legal department. That's a senior director of legal. Okay. And the fourth person from the former judge committee. Like every organization has the legal person, so they are hiring like a former judge or something like this. So these 4 people are such type of designation will handle this case. Okay, and this inquiry committee, what will do, this inquiry committee will submit their report. Okay, this inquiry committee will submit their report. This inquiry committee submit the report that found the person, submit the report that person is found to be guilty or not. Okay, submit the report, submit the report that person found to be guilty or not. Okay, so if the person is found to be guilty, okay, if the person is found to be guilty, then the person should be, that means the manager should be terminated with immediate effect. Okay,
Okay.
if the person is not found to be guilty. Okay, if the person is not found to be guilty and female is wrongly allegated that person, then it is depending upon the committee, that committee can terminate the female or can also give the warning that you should not do this, is the company structure, or can give the warning or any according to the jurisdiction. Okay, according to the organization constitution. Okay, so here it's all same work as a court level. Okay, if you got a chance to go to the court, this committee will act similar as a court level. And here, on the basis of the evidence, on the basis of the logic, on the basis of the nature, they decide what will be the punishment for the female or the male. Okay, I hope
Okay.
this HR legal scenario is clear to you, how the HR legal is working.
Ah, yes, Saket, clear.
Okay, and similar in the travel benefit. Let's say in that, what is happening in the travel benefits? Travel benefits are generally providing on the basis of the employee grade. Okay, employee grade means, let's say I am taking a one another example. Let's say, yeah, let's say you are the employee. Okay,
Okay.
let's say you are the employee, and
Mm.
as per your your company is transfer you from, let's say currently you are from Bangalore. Okay, but
Okay.
due to the business need, your company transfer you from Bangalore to Pune. Okay, Let's
Okay.
say company transfer you for the business need. Company transfer you from Bangalore to Pune. Okay, Bangalore to
Okay.
Pune for business need.
Okay.
Okay, now what is happening? You are the grade. Let's say every organization has a grade. So your grade is your grade is 10. Okay, you are the management. You are the grade 10 person, grade 10 level employee of the organization. Okay, so what is happening? Okay, so you are the grade 10 level of person. Okay, so now just a minute. Okay, so you are the grade 10 level person. Now now what company will do? Company will initiate your travel request, because if you will travel, then company will initiate your travel request. Okay, initiate your travel request. Now if the company is initiating your travel request, and as per the company norms, and same, if initiate a travel request means HR case is created. Okay, if I am talking about any request or this legal case, that means we are creating the HR case. Okay, HR case management is came in the mind. So initiate your travel request as per the company norms. As per the company norms, what is happening? As per the company norms, you are, according to the company norms, as per company norms, you are getting 1 lakh rupees. Okay, for the traveling purpose you are getting 1 lakh rupees as per the company norms. Okay, because you
Okay.
were traveling from Bangalore to Pune. But now at the
Mm.
same time, along with you, you have a team, and two persons from your team is also your team. In your team, Hima team is also traveling. Okay, your team is also traveling. Your team is traveling. That means in your team you have a two employee, first and second. Okay, let's say the name of the employee is A and B. Okay, but their grade is 7. Okay, they are grade 7 employee, or the, let's say, grade 8 employee. Okay, then they are also relocating from Bangalore to Pune along with you. Okay, then as per the company norms, they are only eligible for how much money? Let's say only 70K.
Okay.
Okay, now what is happening? In the configuration side, if we are configuring or automating such services, we created the separate workflow according to the based on the grade. Okay, so if the person is the grade 10, then he is eligible for 1 lakh rupees. If the person is belong to the grade 8, then he is eligible to the 70K. Okay, so everything should be automated through the HR case management or HR service delivery. Did you understood these scenarios which I explained to you?
Ah, yes, understood, Saket.
Okay. So earlier what was happening? Entire process was a physical process. Now this is the normal process, and we can easily track. Okay. Each and
Yes.
everything. We have a visibility of our issue. Okay, similar as a benefits, we also have a medical benefits plan, employee benefits plan, and document request offboarding. Okay, we will have a lot of other things, but I just mentioned 9 scenarios, 9 things with you. Okay, I hope it is clear to you how the HR, why
Yes.
the HR service delivery is very much important for any organization.
Yes, Saket.
Okay, now I am again going to the slide. Okay.
No, no, Saket. It's functional side. We can automate everything. For
Hmm.
technical side, what we will answer for the what is HR? Why we use HRSD means?
Yes, first in the technical side, in the functional side, you need to explain these are the processes we are
Mm,
automating. Now coming to the technical side, okay. Now in the technical
mm,
side, you need to explain that we have automated through the HR case management, okay. That
mm,
HR case is created. HR case contain the multiple HR tasks. That HR
mm,
task containing the different workflow which are triggering, and
mm,
according to the workflow these groups are assigning to the assignment groups, and on the
mm.
basis of that, on the basis of the fulfillment of the workflow we are closing the task. So you need to explain like this in the technical HR case management, okay. You don't
Okay.
need to
Okay.
explain like this, that HR manager this and this. You just need to explain in a technical way, like, hey, we are creating a one HR case. That HR case contain the
Mm,
multiple tasks. That tasks are
mm.
triggered through the business rule, and that is also containing the workflow. We are fulfilling those
One more
requirements.
doubt, Saket. For every case, when we create HR case, background it will create an workflow.
No, 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 no. It is depending upon the your requirement. We are not creating the workflow for every HR case. Okay, I am just
Okay,
explaining you. Hmm.
actually, for example, I have installed one plugin SN underscore core underscore HR
Hmm.
case. at
Hmm.
the at the time I created one case,
Hmm.
so in the background it created one workflow. That's the reason I'm asking.
No, no, no. Actually, you already created the existing HR case, HR service. Now we are not
Mm.
reading about. Still, we are not reading about the HR services. There is the HR services which contain the workflow. Okay.
Okay, okay,
If you open, if you can check, can you share your screen? I will told you how it is it. Every HR case contain the HR service. Okay. That HR service is map with the record producer or the maintained item. Okay,
okay,
and
okay,
that contain the workflow.
okay, okay,
If needed,
okay.
again if needed.
Tomorrow I will share my screen socket because I no power is not there, so I connected through mobile. So
uh,
tomorrow I will share it.
no, no issue, no issue. So this is
Mm.
how, I mean, it is working. Okay.
Okay.
So now I am coming here. For the reference, I have provided the definitions how it is useful. HR service help the HR professionals and the employees by automating the routine task and help HR to deliver service to the employee in a timely manner, which we discussed. Okay.
Mm.
So this definition
Okay.
you can read, and if anyone is asking, then you can explain. Okay. And HR service is also used by employee and HR professionals throughout the organization. Okay.
Okay.
Now coming to the plugins, who can use the HR? HR employees are using the HR. Okay, HR professional person like the HR cases, benefit, payroll, and the other department is also using the HR, and leadership is also using the HR to make the strategic decision for the HR. Now most of the times interviewer will ask who can use the HR. Now people are sharing, no, employee and HR are using the HR module, but that is not true. Other department, finance is also using the HR, leadership is also using the HR. Let's say every organization has a vision, okay, 5 year, 10 year roadmap. Okay, so
Mm.
according to that roadmap, they are deciding how many employees we need to hire, how many employees we need to give the salary, what are the salary structure, how much hike we will give to the employee every year, how to retain the people, how can benefit the employees. So leadership is also using the HR. So if anyone will ask you who can use the HR, then you can say employee, HR professional, and all departments and the leadership all are using the HR, and HR will help all of them to make a strategic decision with respect to the organization.
Okay.
Okay. Now come to the point of the plugin. As you said, you install this plugin. I am expecting that you install this com.snhr4 plugin, which is for the case and knowledge management. Okay. So
Mm. Mm.
when you installed this plugin, it is related to the HR case management. Okay, and the knowledge management
Okay.
and HR service
Okay.
portal, life cycle event, and the integration. Every thing, every these modules has a separate plugin. As I told you, life cycle event is that separate plugin.
Mm.
Okay, which is called as a
Okay.
com.snhr life cycle event. which is handling the multiple activities with multiple department in the sequence like onboarding. It is very useful for the onboarding process.
Okay.
Similar for the integration, we have a different plugin. Okay. Now this slide I put it the what services we can automate to deliver a great experience to the employee, like in the pre-hire case, onboarding, international travel. I discussed new child, laptop upgrade, promotion, relocation, like travel, payroll issue, leave absence, offboarding. These are the all HR services. A lot of HR services, just few HR services I put it here, so we can use as per our business needs. Okay. So these are just
Okay.
features of the HR. I already explained how to use that. Okay, so it's not in use. These are the HR services. Like we are creating the HR services so that employee can create a, employee can use the as per the requirement or as per the issue. Like if you are a manager, you need to hire any person, then you need to initiate a one HR service which is called new hire onboarding. Okay, if you need a one new laptop for your team member, then you need a new laptop, need a new desk. Okay, NDA update, promotion, everything. These are the HR services. Okay, now HR services are the three types. One is the local HR services, second is the global HR services, and third is the smart services. These are not written here, these are not written in document, service not document as well, but I am explaining you because you should be aware while you are working, so that in if you answering such question in interview, then your interviewer will think that actually you have a experience. Okay, now what is the difference between the global, local, and the smart services? Those services which contain the workflow are considered as a smart services. Okay. Hey, Hima, are you with me?
Okay. Ah, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Then local services which are dedicated to the only the particular country or the particular region in the local language. Like say, if we are working from the Croatia, then we have a local service for the Croatia only. That is not applicable without that is applicable within the Croatia, not outside the Croatia. That is the local service. And global services are those services which are globally available to all over the employees. Okay. So these are the
Okay.
HR services. Now, what is the COE excellence? COE structure. Okay, COE means for Center of Excellence. Okay, this is very important. Nothing is this. This is the discipline, functional discipline of the HR cases. We are differentiating. We are dividing. We are differentiating the cases on the basis of the nature of the case. Let's say if we have a disciplinary issue, any employee is not coming on time, then the issue is came under the HR employee relation. If we have a payroll related query, then it will came to the HR payroll. If we have a, workforce administration, then the case under the workforce. If we have a IT relation issue, then we can raise, I mean differentiating the case. Okay, the case HR case on the basis of the nature of the case. Okay, so
Okay. Okay.
this is the COE structure. Okay, now let's say here I am giving you an example. Let's say this is the employee, and if he need a IT service, HR service, facility, finance, and legal service, then according to the COE structure, on the basis of the nature has the services. Okay, so this is how we can deliver the things. So that's it for today. And as you said, already you already installed the plugin. That is a good thing. Then tomorrow we will learn the HR case management in practical. Okay, I mean how
Okay.
the HR case management, the basic things are working on. Okay.
Okay. Okay. And could you please send that PPT to me now?
Sure, I will share you the PPT, not an issue. Okay.
Okay. Good.
Thank you, Vina.
PPT and recording you can share to me.
Okay. Thank you.
Tomorrow the class timing will be in the afternoon. Is it fine for you? You said like you will check the calendar and
Yeah,
let me know.
I will let you know today. Okay.
Okay, Sakit. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Vina.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.